Hello, all you HSPs out there. Today I want to share with you 10 habits that highly sensitive people should let go of. These are habits that I used to have myself and many of my clients used to have, and I can tell you that after doing this and letting go of these 10 habits, many things start to change, and it's a very good thing to know and to start exercising in your own life. So the first one is whenever you think about something that you're going to do, somewhere that you're going to go to or whatever, you don't consider the energetic uh, atmosphere of this place. The fact that this is going to be difficult energetically to you, or this is going to be good for you as far as the energy is concerned. How are people there going to be as far as you can feel energetically towards everything? And that is something that many times we HSP tend to forget. We look at the schedule, we look at how many people are going to be in the room or who are we going to meet, but we forget that we are all about energy, and anything that has to do with energy, we have to take into concern if this is something that is going to be hard for us energetically or easy for us or somewhere in between, and take that into consideration when we think about how easy or how hard this is going to be for us. So this is the first one. The second thing is avoiding saying no in all prices, no matter what. Uh, Sometimes, yes, so us HSPs tend to do it, and it's a habit that really has a bad influence on our lives. And I want you to start noticing it, start exercising saying no whenever you can, and see what happens to your life and if things are changing or not. That's the second one. The third one, comparing ourselves to other people, for better or worse, actually. And whenever we do that, as highly sensitive people, because we are 20% of the population, and most people are not highly sensitive. Many times when we do that, we either find ourselves feeling that we are not enough, or that we are different in a way that is it doesn't fit this world. Doesn't I hear many times HSPs telling me, "Well, I just don't belong here," and that is really something that happens when we compare ourselves to other people and to the way they behave and to the way they deal with problems and with things that are going on in their lives. Because being a highly sensitive person means that you cannot compare yourself to other people. You can compare yourself to other highly sensitive people. That is an option, but even then, I would like you to be very, very careful about it, because being a highly sensitive person means that you have your own unique way of dealing with the world, of doing things, of living your life, and that is something that you should keep in mind whenever you try or compare yourself to other people. And I really highly recommend to stop doing that. Okay, so that's the third one. Number four, listening to your chattering brain, okay, to your monkey mind, to that inner voice that instantly when we wake up in the morning starts saying, okay, this is not enough, and you should do this, and why did you wake up so late, and why didn't you do that, and why didn't you say that, and whatever it is, and all of those thoughts that keep on running through our mind are difficult for everybody, actually. But for highly sensitive people, they have a stronger or more effective effect. And they make us feel worse, and they make us feel not good enough. And all those terrible feelings and thoughts and things that start happening to us during the day, they are a result of listening to our chattering mind, our monkey mind. And if we just notice it and tell ourselves, okay, this is our monkey mind speaking, and I'm trying not to listen to it, our lives will be a lot better. Number five, which is one of my favorites, is consulting everybody around you. Whenever you have a question, you have a dilemma, you're not sure about what to do, many times highly sensitive people, because they were born and raised feeling insecure and feeling different and feeling that they're not enough, tend to consult with everybody around them about what should they do, instead of listening inside to the inner feeling, to the body telling them something or other, uh, uh, going around and getting other people's opinions, and finding out that other people think differently than themselves and than each other, and that is something that makes us very confused, and actually makes us get further away from what we feel inside, what our intuition tells us, and confuses us, and makes us many times um, get the wrong, do the wrong thing instead of doing the right thing. That is something that we could actually just find out by listening to ourselves and not to anybody else. That was number 5. Number 6 is trying to be like everybody else. It's a result of the other things that I just said, but it's a habit that I thought it's worthwhile mentioning separately, because as soon as you accept the fact that as a highly sensitive person, you're different. For better or worse, again, I'm saying that because something, you were born with a trait that is making you different and is making you react to the world and be in the world in a different way. As soon as you acknowledge that, comparing yourself or trying to be like everybody else is not something that is part of your system. Is not going to be part of you, who you are, and that is going to make your life a lot better. Number 7, watching the news or any other hard or horrific or difficult content on television, on the web, or whatever. Um, you should, I think, I mean, just trying to change this habit and getting out that habit of your life of watching the news and looking into whatever is going on and watching horrifying content or events or whatever. That is something that is going to make a big difference in your life. And just try it for one day. Take like a meatless day or whatever, a news-free day or a horrific contact-free day, and see how your nervous system is feeling better, how everything about you is calmer and happier, and just get the information if you have to have it in a very whatever, in a group that you're part of or whatever. Just read the information and know what's going on if it's necessary for you to know, and if it's not, then don't do it at all. And that is something that's going to help your life get a lot better. I guarantee it. Number 8, we're getting close to the 8, 9, and 10. Number 8 is giving up sleeping hours and not regulating your sleep. Uh, of course, as I've said before, this habit is important for everybody. But as a highly sensitive person, as a person that has the unique nervous system that we have, not getting enough hours of sleep and not regulating your sleep, trying to make it, trying to go to bed at the same hour and waking up at the same hour, is something that is very bad for highly sensitive people, that does a lot of damage. And I really, again, recommend that you just try for one day to regulate your sleep, to go to sleep in the same day, and see how that affects you. Number 9, and soon we're getting on to number 10, working too much or working a lot without stopping. Many times, highly sensitive people, just like myself, I have to admit, especially when they are doing their own thing and they are doing something that is very important for them and is part of their calling in this life, tend to think about work and work all the time around the clock. And that is something that is damaging to highly sensitive people. Not taking breaks is like not breathing fresh air or whatever, because uh, um, your nervous system, again, is on constant alert, and that is something that is very harmful for highly sensitive people. And you should just try to see the breaks that you take and the sleeping hours, as I said before, and just anything that you do that is not work, is part of you growing professionally as well, and as part of you growing as a person. The last one, number 10, is trying to make changes at once. And that relates to all this list that I had just mentioned, and to everything else, any other change that you want to make. There are people out there in the world, there are not HSPs, that can make changes just in one day or whatever, and just take the bandage off fast. And that is not something that is relevant for highly sensitive people. Any change that you want to make, you want to make gradually, slowly, and with very, very small steps, and see how it works for you, and then continue. So anything that I mentioned on this list, and just about anything else, do it gradually. Take the steps as small as you can, and then take the next step, because your nervous system, which is unique, has to get used to the change, and then can take the next level, the next step, and see how that affects you. So those were the 10 habits that I really recommend highly sensitive people to get rid of as soon as you can, gradually, as I said. But just put that in mind and notice things that like that are part of your life, and try to get rid of them slowly. And I guarantee, and I can really promise that that is going to make a big change in your life. I would love to hear from you if you tried one of these things, and tell me how it went. Other than that, I recommend you going to this video, the one about the right jobs for highly sensitive people, that has a lot to do with habits that you should take out of your life and habits that you should bring in. And I think that you would find it very interesting. And that's it for now. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope this helps you. Join this channel, watch other videos, and this relatively young and fresh channel that has to do with highly sensitive people and dealing with toxic relationships. And I will see you next week in my next weekly video. Bye bye.